Store pick Elijah Craig versus distillery Elijah Craig. Who will come out on top?
And don't forget, we've got another giveaway.
That's right. Well, tonight in front of us we have a lot of different glasses on the table. Not our normal Glencairns. What are we doing here?
Well, we're going to try and do a blind. We've got some store picks from Joe Canals of Lawrenceville. Really great picks over there. And we're going to compare them to the C922 from Elijah Craig and see if Tony, the manager over there, can outpick the people at the distillery.
Oh, I have faith that she can. But we'll see. I have faith that she can. Tony Carver, the Whiskey Fairy of Joe Canals Lawrenceville, CFS picks. And let me throw this in there that both these CFS picks were donated to this channel as well. So
I did not know that.
Yeah, so I mean this is obviously last year's, but so let's fill you in. We have 2021 store pick, Elijah Craig. 129.1 proof, 9 years aged. We have 2022 Elijah Craig store pick, 120.5 proof and 8 years aged. And then we have boring old C922. But the fact that I'm trying to get across is both barrels are very, very different. We will see. I do believe, and I could be wrong, that this year, 2023 store pick, I believe she got to do a 10-year store pick when she was down there,
nice.
which is really, really cool and should be fun.
Yeah.
And also, enough talking about the Elijah Craig, this is a giveaway video.
Yes.
We will put more updates on that towards the end.
I think let's take a minute to get set up and we'll get started on our first glass.
Cool. And then there was just me. I've never been alone with one of these videos before. Okay, so I'm going to switch some glasses around. Wow. Sir Frank is somewhere not to be seen. So, I'm going to move some glasses around. There we go. The glasses have been moved.
Alright, I got rid of Luke. I have banished him. And so basically, if you're catching on, he mixed them up. Now I don't know what they are. And so I mix them up so he doesn't know. It's a whole thing. It took us an embarrassing amount of time to figure out how to do this. So, but we're pretty sure it's going to work. And I think we'll do that. And that will be our mixing up. What will be interesting is that they end up in the same order, which would be kind of funny. I don't know the odds of that. Alright, I guess there's not much more to do. Let's go ahead and bring Luke back. Alright.
Here we are.
You're back, buddy.
Everything's mixed up. Well, here we go. It's blind time. The room has now that I left the room and now I'm back, the room is just filled with whiskey smell.
They definitely are kind of mixing. I'm going to try and keep two of mine far away so I don't smell them. Right? We usually like the Glencairns. It's a little easier to nose out of them, but for many, many reasons we couldn't use them here. Now we get to talk about it.
Yes. Right away on this one, it's hard to get reacclimated to a big glass. This is how we started drinking whiskey, was in rocks glasses, and going back to them, I don't know if I can ever drink out of them again, other than for reasons like this.
I feel like I need straws in my nose to get down closer to the whiskey.
I know. So this one I'm getting very sweet, almost pie-like, like a cream pie, like a Boston cream pie. Waffle with maple syrup and Mrs. Buttersworth butter. Some fruits going on in there. I would say almost like a not a citrusy fruit, but like a really sweet, like a plum like a plum or like a nectarine, something really sweet, but it's got that kind of tropical vibe to it. I don't know if you would call plums tropical, but it's got that really rich fruit vibe.
I don't know. I hope we did it right because I'm not getting as much of that. I'm getting like some more drier, like cinnamon notes, like a like dried cocoa beans, kind of like chocolatey a little, or like you know, kind of in that area, and then a little bit of like a nice kind of pastry sweetness.
That's main of all I'm getting is the
Like
pastry
a
sweetness.
little bit of like a butterscotch kind of
Yeah.
pastry. No, I'm not getting the fruits, and I don't know if I just am not getting in there enough.
And I'm not getting cinnamons. Maybe a slight cinnamon.
It's not like super prominent, but it's there.
Well,
Yeah, I mean the taste will be the one to do it.
what do you think? Is this one taste or is this two tastes?
Um,
Should we try to
I
make
think
it two?
I'm gonna try and make it two in case I want to circle back.
Sounds good. Cheers. Okay. A really dry oak on the main palate. Dry oak, maybe a little bit of leather. I would say it's in the middle of the proof range out of these. It didn't taste too high, but it tastes like
The proof was there, but it wasn't like
it's there, but it's
killer.
it's subdued proof, and it's hard because all three of these bottles have been open for a while. This one being open the longest, but there's a lot of aeration going on. I can tell it's an open bottle versus a neck pour.
Yeah.
Dry leather. Some sweetness going on. I wouldn't put it towards my waffle maple nose that I had. I think the nose is very different than what the palate is. I would say almost like a. Now I'm starting to. Now I can attest it to like the Hershey's. Have you ever had the Hershey's cocoa powder? Have you ever tried to eat that stuff straight, like a really dark chocolate powder, but still a little sweet, like a bitter dark chocolate with just a little bit of sweetness in it.
Yeah, definitely a little bitter for me. Like almost like a bit of a cherry sweetness is the closest that I could say, but not like only slightly. It's a very faint, but this did. I would say the oak, and especially leather, is definitely the more standout for this one.
Yep. All right, number 2. We got a lot to do in this video, so I'm gonna keep trying to move here.
This one I'm getting.
Whoa.
This is nice.
This is good.
This one I really like.
This is a good one.
That's a lot.
Really getting that vanilla cream pushing through now. Maple really present in this one. Toffee, caramels.
This is a lot on the nose.
Cherries.
This is like I'm standing in front of a really a buffet of desserts at a really nice fancy party. Like I feel like there's cupcake and like vanilla icing.
Yeah.
Is kind of the vanilla vibe, but then there's like kind of like there's slight chocolatey notes there. Like I could picture like a nice bowl of fruit with a chocolate fountain. Like I feel like I'm getting lots of different fruits as well. Like a little bit of like banana and a little like cherry and
banana cherry. Frosting, I would relate it towards, I don't know if you ever had cream cheese frosting. Like a cream cheese vanilla frosting. Not so much like a super sugar sweet vanilla, like a subdued creamy vanilla. Fruits, I would say out of this one, I'm getting mangoes for some reason. I'm getting mango and coconut. I'm really getting a tropical vibe from this one. Chocolates, bananas. All right, this one I'm excited.
yeah, that was very powerful.
Powerful. Let's see how it is on the taste. So I like 2 better than 1.
Yeah, I got a lot more flavor. That for me again, very fruit forward.
Fruit forward, but in like not so much of like I'm not getting much of a sweet fruit. I'm getting like more of a bitter fruit. Like I feel like that's where I'm getting my bitterness from is like the bitter fruits, bitter chocolates. The sweetness I'm getting from is like a nice caramel butterscotch. I got more maple on the palate in that one than I did on this one. Maybe a little citrusy note coming through. Maybe like a fresh orange, like an orange peel. Like not like a bitter orange peel. There you go. Grapefruit, that's a bitter citrus fruit.
Yeah, mine started really really strong sweetness of kind of not quite banana, but that's the closest I could get. Like almost an artificial fruit sweetness. And then going further back, back of the palate, I got like a nice vanilla caramel. And then on the finish, coming in with the dryness of like oak and leather, and a little citrus in there.
Honey.
Honey would, yeah.
Honey. That's a good one. So, 2's better than 1 for me so far. Anyway, but we haven't gotten to 3 yet.
Yeah, I would like to give the first one another chance, but just to make sure it wasn't like first sip. But that was a lot more standout. Let's go 3.
Number 3. Whoa. Wow.
That's a very different direction.
Very, very different direction. Now it's really... this is like creamy. Like super creamy.
It feels like it's coating the inside of my nose.
Yes.
It feels like a very thick.
Wow. Like a sweet cream. Creamsicle.
This one I feel like I could get a little bit of the maple syrup.
Maple.
And for me it mixes with the bananas.
French vanilla coffee.
Yeah.
French vanilla.
I'm not a coffee drinker.
French vanilla coffee for all you coffee drinkers out there. Right here.
I mean, I definitely get the vanilla, but I'll have to take your word.
Yeah, it's more of a French vanilla than a regular vanilla. It's got that like, I don't know, that strong Frenchiness to it. I don't know if that was a French
Baguette,
accent or
bonjour.
not. Yeah, whatever he said. Yeah. French vanilla, maple. I still get that breakfast, pancakey, waffly.
I would be interested to see. I wonder if other
Soapy.
people get that kind of maple syrup pancake, just kind of like pastry vibes almost. And I wonder if in my own notes, if that's something that I get a lot from Elijah Craig's. I feel like it is, but
This one is very different than those two, though. These two, I feel like, are kind of they're on the same track. They're going in the same direction. And this guy just like takes like a baseball and throws you in a whole different direction. Like yes, they have very similar traits, but it's different similar traits, right? I feel like this was more like
they change out who's taking the lead and who's really the standout element. And
limestone. All right.
final one.
Final one. Cheers. You're going to be pissed I'm not impressed.
I think it's okay. I think it's nice. I like it. I do think the middle one was better.
I don't know how I feel about that one. The smell was way better than the palate was.
Yeah.
Now I just got like all like warm, bitter wood. That's all I got. I didn't get much sweetness out of it. I got like really like, ooh, like really like not like an old oak wood either. Like a new wood that I'm not a fan of that really.
Oh, I got like kind of, you know,
Oh, Tony's gonna be pissed if that's the 20. If that's
I
one of
got
her
like
picks.
a
I'm
nice
sorry.
like sugary sweet kind of maple on the front, and then back of the palate into the finish a nice little kick of like vanilla citrus almost.
Mm.
And then the rest of the finish wasn't like, it was there, but it was just kind of like dry oak, nothing to stand out. Well, I thought it was nice, but I thought the middle one, I think, had the best one.
So now let's kind of go freestyle on it. So we just retasted everything. Now it's time to rate. To me, I think the middle one is the best. I think that's number one. Just solely on the fact that I pulled out more complex notes and it stuck on the palate a lot longer. It really worked to the back end of that palate and really pushed through. I got layered fruits, cakes, caramels, candies, everything on that one. So I think that one really shined as number one.
Yeah, my number one is also the middle glass. Pretty much the same reasons. It had the most flavor on the palate. Really nice. The finish, I actually got a couple different notes, like, and it was pretty long lasting. Uh, yeah, it just kind of outshone the other two.
My number two choice, and this was a hard decision, but just based on it, because the number three's nose was way, way better than the palate, and number one's was like similar. Right, they're both like average, but this one I did not enjoy the palate at all for some reason. I think I'm gonna go with number one as my second choice.
Interesting. My second choice would be the number three. I thought that the number three, I agree that the nose was better than the palate, and definitely the second time around, I got a bit less flavor. Right, the first sip, I was really happy with. The second sip, a little more stale, a little more boring. But I still thought that this had more flavor and more punch than this one, which even on the second sip, I still wasn't getting much. It didn't stand out to me. So I'd have to give the third glass the second place.
Cool. I think that pretty much.
All right, I guess it's time for
Let's
the big reveal.
see what our third places were first.
Well, we'll know both. Do you want to go in your order?
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Okay. So my last place pick that I did was glass number three, and glass number three was C922.
C922.
So he finished in last place, which I'm kind of happy about because that's good for me. That Tony's going to be happy with me on this one. So it's a win-win for you either way, Tony. And thank you again for contributing to our channel. But yeah, C922 was least favorite for me. Now this is gonna be interesting. Number two, if I had to guess my second glass, what was actually glass number one. Glass number one finished in second place. I would bet you glass number one is this guy right here.
Right? I mean, it's just a little lacking in the flavor, and you look at the bottle, you got to figure that should be the one that's lacking in the flavor. Did you not think that the number three would be that? Were you surprised?
I didn't.
Are you surprised that that was the C922?
I didn't know what this one was because it just tasted so off. I kind of thought it was this one, but now that I saw the C922, which I'm kind of shocked about, there's no way this is this one. If it is, that would be crazy.
I think we're both expecting this to be the 2022 store pick.
Yeah.
Our number one.
Yeah. Anyway, let's reveal.
What do you got?
No.
That's the 2022.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
That's really
shocking to me. That's crazy. So
maybe Tony just left it around the store with the lid off or something. I don't know.
I don't know. But I would have sworn that was going to be the 21. So that that leaves number one.
That's
was
the 21.
the
Wow.
21, and this has been open for well over a year, and it's held up this long. So
maybe it's just that extra proof.
yeah,
helping it out.
This is 120.5, and this is 129.1. So I don't know, but it's interesting.
Yeah.
Didn't expect that. So cool. Well, that's that. Well, I think that concludes our Elijah Craig. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
The moment you have all been waiting for. Thank you so much to all our subscribers who got us over 100 subscribers. I believe we're at like 141 or 142 now.
Yeah, it really shot up. So thank you, everybody.
That's great. Thank you so much.
We really appreciate that. I don't know how much it means to you, but it does mean a lot to us.
So much.
It'll help our videos get recommended to more people.
As our subscribers were going up, how many times did I Snapchat you? Like every 5 subscribers, I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy.
Pretty much the whole day.
Poor guy's trying to eat dinner. I'm like, this is nuts. This is awesome. So it's really cool to see your channel grow and to know that you're producing stuff that people enjoy. We hope you can take this channel, heart to heart, because we're not professionals in any means. We're just 2 average, young adults just giving our honest opinion on whiskey. We don't have anybody paying us. We have nothing going on. We are giving you our true, honest opinions on different whiskeys. So I created a poll, and I'm sure somehow we can add a picture of that on here of what to choose for this giveaway. I don't know what you guys want. I kind of assumed what you guys would want, but I thought maybe I'll give you some different options. So out of the options, Old Granddad 114, Jim Beam Jacob's Ghost, a 175 of Buffalo Trace, or a 750 milliliter bottle of Eagle Rare 10 year. What do you think won? Well, it was very obvious which one won because it won by like 85% of votes. It was a bottle of Eagle Rare 10 year.
I could have told you he'd be the winner. He's the pretty clear pick out of the bunch. Not to talk smack to any of the other guys there, but
yeah.
This is the one. He's a little harder to find, and
a lot harder to find.
Definitely the taste is there.
Yeah. So this is going to be 100% free. To one of you guys to enter this giveaway. First off, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. We can tell that much. Like and comment your daily sipper, and then shoot us an email, which is right up here or over here or down here or over there. Shoot us an email to that email address because that's the most crucial part. Please. We don't want you to win and then not be able to find out who you are.
So, if you just like, comment, and subscribe, we will still enter you in the drawing.
Yeah.
But if we don't have your email, how do we get in touch with you and let you know, hey, you won, let's meet up, let's make sure that you get this whiskey? We need some other form of contact than a YouTube comment. And just to make sure, we want to try and have everybody enter by the end of the week. So all things according to plan, that should be, we'll say May 13th, the Saturday after this is uploaded.
Yeah.
And so as long as you like, comment, and subscribe by May 13th, you'll be entered. And make sure to email us if you actually want to get anything. Yeah. Right? We need to be able to talk to you.
The reason why we're just doing a week to enter this raffle is we want to keep moving. We want to keep progressing. So as soon as this is done, we want to move on to our next milestone. I think we should make it big. I think we should go for 500 subs. 500 subscribers, likes, comments, whatever. Once we get to 500, we're going to have to beat this bottle.
Yeah.
That pretty much sums up that. Here it is, Eagle Rare, giveaway number 2, 140 subscribers. Thank you so much. Thank you. Frank will add some kind of applause in here. He's smart with that kind of stuff. I am Luke.
I am Frank.
And this is Whiskey Bible. Stay in school.